quotes. Let's start with the CRM module. There are so many enhancements in this release for this module, but the most important ones are the new layout of the opportunities and sales quotes forms, the new workflow for sales quotes, the enhanced relations between CRM entities and associated entities, the enhanced copying of settings to opportunities, sales orders, and invoices, the enhanced support of user-defined fields in the CRM forms, and the predefined business events and notification templates. There are other changes which I will not discuss, but you can find more information about them in the release notes. So let's dive into it. The first change in the CRM module is that the opportunity screen and the sales quote screens have been given a new look. In this new release, the tabs names are optimized to be more compact so that they can fit the screens of most laptops, and are also redesigned to display more information. Users can easily navigate and view different CRM-related entities such as opportunities, sales quotes, sales orders, and invoices. Let's have a look into these changes. On the screen here, I have opened two tabs. The first tab is my opportunity screen, and the second tab is my sales quotes screen. Both have the look and feel of version 2021.2. As you can see, the tab's name of each screen have been renamed and shortened so that they provide a cleaner and tidier user interface. For example, the taxes and the discounts tab, previously they were called tax details and discount details. A new tab has been introduced called Financial, and this Financial tab contains the billing and the contact information. The Shipping tab previously only contains the shipping information, now also contains the tax settings and the shipping instructions as well. The Relations tab have been enhanced so that it also contains the documents that are related to the opportunities, and I will discuss in details this bit later. Now, let's talk about the new workflow for the sales quote screen. Version 2021.2 has significantly improved the workflow of the sales quote screen to make the processing of sales quotes not only easier, but also more clear and more comprehensive. The Actions menu has been redesigned to give users ease of use and flexibility when processing the sales quote, with each action marking a different sales quote status corresponding to each stage of the sales process. Users will find the transition between each stage smoother, more fluid, and more effortless. Let's do a quick comparison between the sales quote screen of the past version and the sales quote screen in the version 2021.2. On my screen here, this is the sales quote screen of version 2021.1, and as you can see, all the actions are displayed on the top here. You see that there are only a number of actions available. Now, if we go back to version 2021.2, you will see that the action menu, all of the buttons have been removed, and instead they are organized neatly into this actions menu here. These are the new actions that are available for version 2021.2. From the sales quote screen, users can create activities such as tasks, emails, and phone calls directly from the action menu drop-down instead of going to the activity tab here. Well, you can do that as well, but this just adds convenience to the user. As I process the actions on the sales quote screens, for example, I'm going to mark this sales quote as accepted. You will see that the status is updated accordingly to reflect the stage of the sales. Now let's go and explore What are the different statuses of the new sales quote? These are the different statuses of the sales quote screen that you will find. Prepared. The sales quote is ready to be offered to the customer. This is a legacy status, and a sales quote can only move from this status to a different one, but cannot be moved back to this status. Draft. The sales quote is being prepared by a user. Pending approval. The sales quote is waiting for approval. Approved. The sales quote has already been approved within the company. Rejected. The sales quote has been rejected by an approver. Sent. The sales quote has been sent to the customer. Accepted. The sales quote has been accepted by the customer. Converted. The sales quote has been converted into a sales order or sales order invoice. Declined. The customer has rejected the offer presented on the sales quote. Another slight change on the sales quote screen is that on the this is version 2021.1. On the sales quote screen, you can see that once I have set up approval, the user will have to click submit quote, and then the system will send the sales quote into the pending approval status. Also, there is no action to create a sales order or a sales invoice directly from the sales quote screen. The user will have to go back to the opportunity screen to do that. Whereas in version 2021.2, as soon as I set up approval, then I will see the request approval action on the sales quote screen. And also, directly from here, I have the option to convert to order or convert to invoice. There is a new enhancement between CRM entities and their related entities. In the past, the linking between CRM entities and their related entities was only one directional and was not straightforward. For example, in version 2021.1, if I want to link an opportunity to a lead, I will have to go to the opportunity screen, go to the relations tab of the opportunity, add a related entity of type lead, and select my lead there. And I will have to do it again for the lead screen. I will have to go to the lead screen, go to the relations tab, add a related entity of type opportunities, and link the opportunity. However, in version 2021.2, if I want to link an opportunity to a lead, all I have to do is to go to the Relations tab of the opportunity screen, add my lead there as a source, and automatically on my lead screen, the opportunity is linked there as a derivative. And similarly, if I create a sales order from the opportunity screen, then this time the opportunity is the source of the sales order, and therefore the sales order becomes a derivative of the opportunity. Another enhancement in the CRM module is the enhanced copying of settings to opportunities, sales order, and invoices. When I create a new opportunity in the opportunity screen, if I select a business account of type business account, then the location, the primary contact, the parent account if applicable, and also all of the shipping information of the business account will be copied to this opportunity. However, if I select a business account of type customer, then in addition to the information that I mentioned before, the system also copies the currency, the bill to address, bill to info, and the credit terms on the customer screen into this opportunity. When I create an opportunity for a business account that has multiple locations, then the ship to address, ship to info, and the tax settings of the location will be copied into the opportunity screen. If I have the override checkbox ticked for the ship to address and ship to info, then when I change to a new location, the system will display a prompt and ask me whether I want to update the ship to address and ship to info here. If I click yes, then the ship to address and ship to info will be copied from the new location. If I click no, then only the text settings of that new location is copied into the opportunity screen. When an opportunity is linked to a quote, and that quote is a primary quote, and the status of the quote is not draft, then the currency field, the manual amount field, the branch field, the shipping information, the taxes information, and the discounts information, if applicable, all of these informations are grayed out and are not editable. For CRM forms with user-defined fields, there are some new exciting changes that will help speed up the data entry and ensure data consistency. What I mean is, if two screens are sharing the same user-defined fields, when a record is created from one screen, the value of user-defined fields will also be copied to the other screen. Also, when the user creates a new business account, a new opportunity, a new contact, or a new sales quote from certain CRM screens, the system will display a pop-up to tell the user to enter the values for the required user-defined fields. Let me show you how it's done. On my screen here, I have this contact, and I have added two user-defined fields into this contact screen. One is a required user-defined field called interest. The other one is called number of employee. In my lead screen, I'm just going to create a new lead here. Um, you You can also see that there are two user-defined fields and they are exactly the same user-defined fields with my contact screen. So from my contact screen, if I select create a lead, then you will see that apart from the data such as first name, last name, account name, job title, email, etc., that the lead inherits from the contact screen, the values of the user-defined field is also copied here. Also, for certain CRM screens, if you create new entities from that screen, then the system will display a pop-up to prompt you to enter the required user-defined fields. For example, I am on my lead screen, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a business account from this lead. So if I select actions and create account, then you will see that um, in my user-defined field, the business account screen and the contact screen asks me to enter the value for the interest. This interest is the required user-defined fields for both the business account screen and for the contact screen. So I'm just gonna enter a sample business account ID. Um, and just gonna select create. So now if I review my business account, I will see that the value of my user-defined field is already in here too. User-defined fields are now also used in duplicate validation. I have this contact here. If I go to the duplicates tab of this contact, I will see that there is a possible duplicate of another contact. So within this tab, I can select the column configuration, and as you can see, I can add my two user-defined fields into this tab. Now, if I select this contact and merge, then the system will ask me to resolve the conflicts. So I'm just gonna select the value for each of the field. Yep, I'm just gonna keep it as is. As you can see, the user-defined fields are used in the validation of duplicates as well. So now if I go to the user-defined fields, I will see that two contacts has been merged into one. The job title has been changed to general manager, and interest been changed to consulting, and number of employee is now 50. So that will ensure that my data is consistent. Version 2021.2 is shipped with many predefined business events and notification templates that will automate various common business scenarios that users can just turn on and use out of the box. This will provide a smarter, more automated, more enjoyable experience for CRM users. Here I am in the business event screen. As you can see, there are many new business events that are specific for the CRM module. For example, this business events see a new case. What it does is it will notify the case owner whenever a new case is assigned to them. What you can do is you can just go into this screen, set it to active, and then every time when there's a case that are assigned to the owner, the system will send an email notification or a mobile push notification to the case owner. And to support these business events, the system also has these new notification templates as well. You can edit the notification template, or you can just keep it as it is and use it straight out of the box.